聞こえていましたよ、兄さん。
Also, I can hear you.
別に午後の視察で疲れているわけではありません。食事は静
That's
粛に
literally
が
the
当
opposite
家
of
のマ
what
ナーです。
Hisui just told
But
us.
Hisui just told me the opposite of that. She glares at me sharply. I'm not surprised that she saw me talk to Hisui, but the fact that she actually overheard what we talked about is terrifying. Just how good is her hearing?
もっともそれも過去の話ですが、どうしても話がある、今日一日の出来事を語り合いたいというのであれば、その限りではありません。
Well, yeah, there's no restriction on talking, but...
Nodding in acknowledgement, I resume eating. Since I had a small breakfast and lunch, I've worked up a reasonable appetite for dinner. My compliments to Chef Kohaku. These mushrooms are one of the most delicious things I've ever tasted. I tell Kohaku as much, which she takes in stride.
ありがとうございます。ですが、この勝利は当然なのです。
You would not believe how much LSD I put in those. What? Nothing!
今夜の食材は産地直送。恐れ多くも天皇陛下にもご献上されている一品ですもの。
That'd be impressive.
I feel like mushrooms don't grow on farms. Especially shiitake mushrooms. I'm pretty sure you don't just...
I don't know.
Like... That was right. These are expensive shit-take mushrooms indeed.
それで
So...
私の仕事ぶりをいたわってくれた兄さんは午後の休みをどのように過ごされたのです？
I talked to a man in bandages?
Yeah.
ああ、俺のことか。午後は散歩に出て部屋に戻ってから
Wow, you,
ずっとベッドで横
You
になっ
don't
て
have
た。
anything else to tell her, huh?
それは
Oh, well...
また貧血ですか？
いや、考え事をしていたら夜になっていただけだ。体の調子は悪くないよ。
つまり無意に時間を浪費したということですね。
I guess, somehow.
そんなくだらないことを堂々と口にしないでください。私は何とも思いませんが、他の人が聞けば笑い物になるだけですから。
I have no way of rebutting her merciless words. But I'm curious about something she said.
確かに自堕落に思われる発言だった。というか自堕落だった。反省している。けど、秋葉は何とも思わないってどうして？
Could it be that despite her strict demeanor, she's actually pretty lenient with her close relatives?
どうしても何も当然でしょ。私は党の指揮に何も期待はしていませんから。
That's clearly not
兄さん
true.
がそういう人であることは初めから承知の上です。
I see. There is certainly wisdom in that. You can't be disappointed if you're not hoping for anything. I'm truly at a loss for words.
いやー、ごちそうさまでした。
ごちそうさま。食後は習い事がありますので、私はこれで。
Oh, violin or something like that?
Magic? Backgammon? Weiss Schwartz. You're actually like an internationally ranked Weiss Schwartz player. You run exclusively the Fate decks.
Wow.
兄さん、反省なされたのでしたら、今夜は早めに部屋に
I
戻
main
っ
the
て
hell out of
勉
Reed.
学に励んでくださいね。
Yeah, I'll get right on that.
I will go back to my room and go to bed. Okay. Akia rises from her seat and leaves the dining table. With her gone, it suddenly feels like there's room to breathe.
Ooh.
I thank Kahaku and Hisui for the meal, then head back to my room. I pass the time doing nothing in particular.
Yeah, great job.
I take a bath, study a little, and then lie in bed.
Well, you got some studying it at least.
Everything is back to the way it was. The carnage and death of the past 2 days are now behind me. If I close my eyes and let the dark embrace of sleep take me, the embers burning inside me may just be put out. But something floats to the surface of my mind. My eyelids are shut, my brain is turned off, and still this vision comes back to me vividly. I see her in the midst of a raging blizzard, a cascade of sparks framing her figure. Of all the moments I'll never forget, I wonder why this one stands out above the rest. And it's a single... Where am I getting single? Yeah, what the fuck happened there, brain?
It's a snapshot burned into my mind.
Tears, well, uninvited, beneath my eyelids as I recall this. That's where I got single from. I got it from the next line. It wasn't on screen yet, but that's where it was coming from.
Okay.
Recall this single moment. Feels like I've witnessed something I shouldn't have. Like a prayer or oath spoken in utter desperation. Unable to bear it any longer, my eyelids fly open. And either you fell asleep with your glasses on,
Yeah.
or
They forgot.
they
to
just forgot to put the lines in.
Yeah.
I dry the corners of my eyes and look up at the ceiling I've yet to grow used to. Despite the quiet, calmness evades me. It's the same way I felt in Ciel's room 3 days ago. Horny? Aroused?
Unsettled?
Now that I think about it, did I really spend the night in Ciel's room? Well, not only that, you spent the night in Ciel's bed.
Yeah.
I was racked with guilt over having killed someone, which I only forgot about after being around Ark. But if that night never happened, I don't think this Shiki Tono lying here now would exist. Wonder what that night meant to Ciel. God, that hoodie looks so cozy, though. Was she just extending a hand to me because she couldn't bear to leave me alone? Like I was an abandoned puppy in the rain?
Yeah, maybe a little bit.
そうだろうな。人助けが趣味なんだし、あの人。
I mumble this as if reasoning with myself and shut my eyelids. I pass the time in a daze, hoping to distance myself from those memories and wash away the impressions they left on me. As long as I can manage this, the things that happened will all fade into the past. My consciousness drifts towards the abyss. Thus does my peaceful day off come to an end. I lie in bed and slide into a vague slumber, as if I can convince myself it will all fade away.
Huh. I'm just gonna guess he slept with his glasses on.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Still no lines.
I awake. Oh, I guess you could kind of say that.
I awake.
Yeah.
Feels like someone called out to me. My body is heavy, weighed down by the desire to go back to sleep, but my mind, alert and aware, doesn't allow it.
Okay.
Maybe a little reading will do me some good. I'll probably get sleepy in no time sifting through some boring old records.
Yeah.
I get out of bed and move to the adjoining room.
Oh.
I pick up a book from the bookshelf and open it to a random page. Then the lights go out. Immortality.
What?
If this word could be realized, it would surely be considered one of the defining features of eternity. However, a problem persists. There is no being in existence that has attained such a state. Even vampires who don't age can reawaken from death prove no exception to this. For their immortality is defective. They cannot maintain it without feeding on the blood of others.
Was this just in a book in She's room?
Possibly.
Huh.
Moreover, they can only feed on others of their own kind, predominantly humans in this instance, which severely limits their versatility. While they declare themselves superior beings, in truth they represent not evolution, but regression. In their dependence on others to sustain their life, they are no different from humans. But there do exist life forms close to perfection, perpetual motion machines in their own right. They've survived since times primordial. These beings feed on and multiply their own bodies.
Huh.
They
The
eat
concept
themselves to grow more bodies?
Yeah, they feed on their own bodies and can multiply.
Huh.
The concept of a lifespan is immaterial to them, whose old cells are recycled to nourish the new. Such creatures are called colonial organisms. Consider, for example, the jellyfish. However, this perpetual motion is only possible in the absence of sapience. If one is willing to accept eternity at the price of sapience, one may as well seek it in death. Ooh.
Well, if immortality can be achieved in death,
Yeah.
I mean, we just did this.
Yeah, we did.
Hold on. So, Shoin Sensei, what are you doing here?
Yeah.
Similarly, one who seeks to maintain their human form for all eternity cannot do so through immortality. Over time, the body will decay and the mind will wither.
Right.
Immortality versus eternity.
Okay.
I have no attachment to the time-worn idea of immortality.
Uh-huh.
And eternity is impossible while one clings to the concept of individuality. So in conclusion, Zoken is a moron.
Well.
Rather than merely prolong my individual existence through immortality, I have chosen to live for all eternity through infinitude.
Right.
Ha-
Did
have-
Roa leave these notes or something?
Have you?
Oh. Your approach is certainly unique, even among the ancestors. However, under your method, your eternal life would end in tandem with the extinction of humans, no? Your process requires a human fetus, and its reliance on external factors is no different from the longevity of dead apostles.
That is of no concern to me. Humans can only function properly in the company of other humans. If humanity were to go extinct, my own survival would be meaningless.
Huh.
I will die with them anyway, one way or another.
So, that is your answer. Immortality with a predetermined endpoint. What a singular notion. All dead apostles who were once mages seem to suffer from the same mania. They value their ideals more than their own existence. That said, what you propose is a far cry from eternity, Serpent.
No, it is eternity. Let extinction be total when it comes. Once
Okay.
none are left to observe it, the universe will fall into everlasting stasis. The fleeting time between now and the end of human life, that is my eternity.
Between now and the end of human life. He doesn't really care what happens after that, huh?
I cannot bring that end myself, and thus my only choice is to live and to see it. Well, that aside, I have found one thing to amuse myself with in the meantime.
Is that why you went through the trouble of calling me here? You have done well to find this sea? Huh. I had not thought my old workshop of immortality might still be operational.
You should be proud. Your work withstood 800 years of technological advances, after all. I can devote myself to my experiments here without anyone interfering. They say that no one, not even the will of the planet itself, can find the wandering sea. Is that true?
Until the new year, at least.
Then these Chaldea people are going to find it?
Yeah, we're a little ways from that. Very well, I should be glad to accept the final request of a compatriot, especially one with only a year left in this world. I'm also rather interested in your exploits in the Northern Seas. I'm certain they will prove edifying.
Well, we can save that for after we've resolved the issue at hand. It turned out to be rather a disappointment. Now then, allow me to enlighten you about the principle within you, about the sliver of mystics that spills over into reality. With that relic of the Age of Gods, there's someone I would have you capture.
Okay. Serpent? Well, that must have been Roa at some point.
Countless chains bind the vampire's limbs. The bonds, like vines rooted in the wall, hold the very air captive. He calls upon lightning to aid his escape, but there's no way out. The serpent awoke from his coffin in captivity, having no opportunity to retaliate, let alone flee. He's a fish caught in a net, an insect trapped in a spider's web, and the fate that awaits him is clear. A miserable death, captured and consumed. A merciless strike tears the vampire's heart out of his chest. Vampires possess a near immortal ability to regenerate, but that power is lost if the organ that transports blood is taken from them.
Huh, alright.
Blood circulation is the only thing vampires have in common with living creatures. The moment they lose that, their powers are greatly diminished. In fact,
It would be preferable to have one's heart crushed. Even deprived of the magical energy in its blood, the body can still function well enough to regenerate a destroyed heart. But not when the heart is ripped out wholesale.
so
A damaged heart can be healed, but if the heart is removed entirely from the body, then it can't regenerate, it's just gone.
oh, cursed arm.
Yeah.
Going to need you to start Zabaniaing these people.
Yeah. Yoink.
When the heart and soul are separated from the flesh, the body will quickly decay. In inexorable decline. Like an old man run out of ways to cheat death.
Oh, wow.
We've got Berserker. Give that back, he may have screamed. But his prayer goes unheard. Chains have torn out his throat, so only bone remains.
Oh.
His chest, where his lungs would be, has rent asunder, leaving the vampire unable to even scream in anguish.
Yeah, he's just kind of gurgling. Oh. Yeah.
A beautiful voice bids him farewell. The vampire's hand falls outstretched, as if begging for life. His body has completely ceased to function. His name is Roa. It's an extremely one-sided end for the vampire who spent over 10 years remaking the grounds beneath Soya. Wow, Roa's just getting killed, like, mostly off-screen?
Yeah, wait, is that in the present?
It's sure sounding like it.
What the
Because,
hell?
he wasn't in Soya before.
Well, yeah, I thought this was in the past or something, but... Yeah, this is after he spent 10 years in Soya, so this is happening right now.
Right.
Oh, shit.
Ark's just, busy fucking killing Roa in the background. I guess she didn't gas herself fighting Vlov this time, so...
Oh, yeah, she got injured, didn't she?
Yeah.
Again. So I guess she's back at full strength or something?
Presumably, right?
Oh, wow.
And then just just absolutely like ruined Roa's life.
Yeah.
待て待て、
Oh.
ちょっと待ちやがれてめえ。
And Mario's here.
By the time Mario Gallobestino arrives on the scene, the tragedy has already been committed. Inside this clandestine chamber where not even moonlight shines are the stone coffin of the vampire and his body that is now carrion.
Yeah.
And standing over it all is a woman in white, a vampire princess holding the dead vampire's heart in her left hand.
あら、誰かと思えば見知った匂い。
Oh.
あなたは
The
も
church.
しかしてラウレ
Oh
ンティス
my
の
god, you can just tell?
今はそっちとは関係ねえよ。マリオと呼んでくれ。くそ、目を離した隙にこれかよ。ロアの野郎は完全に死んじまったな。これで次は何年後だ？
さあ、あいつの事情なんて知らないの？今まで通り行くのならまた17年ぐらい？
So does that mean Shiki isn't able to, like, permanently end him in this timeline?
Thus would it appear.
Yeah. Huh.
17年だと。
Did you have a plan to end him, I guess?
Chagrined, Mario glares at the corpse. The expression on his face is close to pure hatred.
それじゃ間に合わねえんだよ。どうしてくれる？なんだってそんなにやる気に溢れてやがるんだよてめえ。いつもの無気力さはどこに行った？ジジイの話じゃ淡々と使徒の末端から潰していくって話だが。
Well, I
い
guess
つ
the
もの
high school
私
kid changed her a little
い
bit.
つもの私って言った？そっか、そうね。今までの私なら確かにもうちょっと時間をかけたかも。
ただ
Oh,
の
what did she
気
say?
まぐれ
Any
か。
time spent on Roa?
It would be time wasted.
なんか悪いもんでも食べたのか？それとも故障が近いのか？精密機械が気分でパターン変えてんじゃねえよ、くそ。
Well,
This isn't right. You're supposed to operate on rules. You can't just change your mind. Fuck you! Mario's foul mouth is
Yeah.
nothing out of the ordinary, but his tone betrays his crumbling composure.
yeah, he didn't want Roa killed that quickly, I
If he'd
guess.
kept a cool head, his typically observant eye might have noticed the change in the woman sooner.
つまりあれか。代行者どもが頑張りすぎた。
Not exactly.
てめえが27歳とやり合っていればこんな結果にはなら
I,
なかったわけ
I
だ。
mean, you're right about that.
Yeah, okay.
ええ。もし私だけでブローブと戦っていたら今頃は眠っていたでしょうね。新参者ではあったけど、そうである以上は
Yeah,
強敵
no,
だったん
he
だ
was pretty dang strong, alright.
はあ、やけに素直じゃねえか。強敵。強敵ね。
Wow.
てめえの口からそんな単語が出るとは夢にも思わなかったぜ。
And yet, even not like fully recovered after having
Yeah.
been killed, she just absolutely ruined Roa off screen this time.
Well, that's also because she just went right to his lair while he was sleeping in his coffin, so...
I mean, that implies that she knew where his lair was the whole time.
I guess? But she wanted to go after the minions or something first? I don't quite get it. I would like to know where they are, though. We didn't see his coffin last time.
そう？弱くても厄介な相手だったんだから強敵と言うべきじゃないの？
Well, they didn't. I thought they implied at the end of the last route that he was making his base. They had been making his base at the school the whole
Yeah, I
time.
kind of thought it was underneath there or something like that.
Right.
だから厄介な相手なんて感想を持たなかったんだよ。今までのあんたはな。
Mario clicks his tongue in distaste. As she endures his murderous gaze, the vampire princess is moved by understanding.
まあいい。終わったことをうだうだ言
Well,
っても時
whatever.
間の無
What's
駄だ。
done is done.
人生残り少ねえんだし、前向きにいかねえとな。今代の死とロアはこれで消滅。次の発生まで10年以上の時間がかかる。
Probably about 17 if the pattern holds.
Yeah, maybe.
この町での事件はめでたく解決。ロアが死んだことで死者も共倒れ、 あとはポコポコ出てくる身元不明の遺体をさばくだけの簡単なお仕事だ。
あなた代行者たちを連れてすぐに帰らないの？
帰りたいのは山々だがな。片足突っ込んだ手前、最後まで面
Well,
倒
yeah, I
見る
guess
し
he
かね
wants
え
to
だろ。
clean up the unusual bodies to avoid suspicion.
I would love to just leave, but I wasn't expecting it to take this short of a period of time, so I got involved, and now I'm stuck. So thanks for that.
けどな、
Okay.
お姫様、あんたはいいのかよ、それで。
Oh, that's an odd face.
いいって何が？
ロアの野郎に横取りされたあんたの容量の話だ。その体、いい加減限界なんだろう。吸血衝動を抑えるには、ロアを真の意味で殺すしかない。こんな使い捨ての
Yeah,
体
there
を
was
殺した
that
程
thing,
度じゃ、
wasn't there?
奪われたものは戻らない。今回が最後のチャンスだったんじゃないか。なんだって問答無用で始末しちまったんだ。せめて生かした状態で血を吸えば何割かは取り戻せただろうに。
Mario's voice carries none of its usual venom. He only speaks of such recourse out of earnest concern for her well-being. Aww. Make the pure vampire princess drink blood. He knows what an absurd suggestion it is. Her lips move. Mario can already hear the beauty reply, "Not on my life."
ああ、その手があったか。
Huh. Oh.
She stares unblinkingly at the heart clutched in her left hand,
Ark?
looking for all the world as though she's about to press her lips to it. Nom, nom, nom.
Yeah.
Mario's astonishment tears the words from his mouth. To think that he would ever bear witness to something so unfathomable in this far-flung eastern land, no less.
でもやっぱりあれ、
Oh.
こんな生き物を私のものにしたいと思えないし。
Okay.
Her white fingers swiftly and elegantly crush the heart. Blood spurts from it, insolently staining her porcelain cheek. A final protest from a serpent denied even his death throes.
Yeah. Oh,
She wipes away a droplet of his anguish and touches it to her tongue.
ほら、まだ温かい血液でも哀れなぐらいまずいんだもの。
Her tongue writhes, redder than blood. Her smile is the very magic that melts the hearts of men.
お前、そんな側だったか。
so is Ark starting to lose it a bit?
The vampire princess ignores Mario's question. That smile is her only reply. She gracefully brushes past him.
帰らないのなら別にいいけど、次に私の後をつけたらあなたたち全部皆殺しよ、マリオネット。